Hello everyone and welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we're going to deep dive into the complex and nuanced emotion of sadness. From the different types of sadness to its impact on our mental and physical health, we'll cover it all. Definition of sadness. Sadness is an emotion that we all experience at some point in our lives. It's a feeling of emotional pain, sorrow, and distress. It can be triggered by a variety of factors, including loss, rejection, disappointment, or loneliness. Sadness is a universal human experience that can be felt in different ways depending on the situation and the individual. For example, your reaction to being sad is crying and shivering and hiding yourself, while the other experiences it as anger and gets ready to fight. Types of sadness. There are many types of sadness, each with its own unique characteristics and causes. For example, there's acute sadness, which is a brief and intense feeling of sadness that is often triggered by a specific event, such as the death of a loved one or a breakup. This type of sadness is hard on the mental state, but you will eventually make it through, no matter how hard it is. But there is also chronic sadness, which is a long-lasting feeling of sadness that can be caused by ongoing stress, trauma, or depression. This type of sadness lasts for months, if not years. Another type of sadness is situational sadness, which is a response to a specific event, such as losing a job or a home. How long this sadness will last depends on your own state of mind. It can last for a week, but also for a few months. It depends on the person that's feeling this sadness. Additionally, there's existential sadness, which is a feeling of sadness or melancholy that arises from contemplating the meaning and purpose of life. Existential sadness is the most common sadness people that have just hit puberty or are nearing the end of their lives after they have gone with pension. Causes of sadness. The causes of sadness can be varied and complex and can differ from person to person, which means no one's sadness is the same. Some common causes of sadness include the loss of a loved one, a breakup, a betrayal, or even disappointment. Other factors that can contribute to sadness include chronic stress, financial difficulties, health problems, social isolation, and even bullying. In some cases, sadness may be triggered by a traumatic effect, such as abuse or neglect. Negative effects of sadness. While sadness is a normal and healthy emotion, prolonged or intense sadness can have negative effects on our mental state and physical health. While sadness is a normal and healthy emotion, prolonged or intense sadness can have negative effects on our mental state and physical health. It can lead to depression, anxiety, and other mental health issues. It can also cause physical symptoms such as fatigue, insomnia, and a weakened immune system. In addition, sadness can impact our relationships with others, as it can cause us to withdraw from social activities and isolate ourselves from the people we care about. Nowadays, sadness is used by many people as an excuse for attention or even not to do something. Most people who experience deep sadness will almost never mention it to somebody unless they have your complete trust. Positive effects of sadness. Despite its negative effects, sadness can also have positive effects on our lives. For example, it can help us process difficult emotions and experiences, leading to personal growth and development. A person who has never felt so much sadness in their lives will never be a complete person. Sadness can also increase our empathy and compassion for others, as it helps us to relate and understand their struggles. Even though we don't feel the same type of sadness because everyone's type is different, we can still understand the trouble that someone is going through. In addition, sadness can motivate us to take action to improve our lives or the lives of others. By channeling our sadness into positive action, we can make a difference in the world around us and help other people grow. How to cope with sadness. Coping with sadness can be challenging, but there are many strategies that can help. Talking to a trusted friend or family member, practicing self-care and seeking professional help are all effective ways to cope with sadness. Therapy, for example. It's important to remember that everyone copes with sadness differently, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. Some people find that physical activities like exercise or yoga can help them feel better, while others may benefit from mindfulness or meditation. Some people even act out on themselves, cutting themselves in their own arm, or even using substances to take the sadness away for a temporary time, like drugs or alcohol. It's also important to take care of ourselves during this time and to be kind and patient with ourselves. It's better to have a long process of sadness than a short one, because the long one you will never forget. There is medicine for types of sadness, such as depression, but the side effect of this medicine is that the first 2 weeks you take it, you will not see any effect, you will just get even more depressed. Which is the reason why doctors or hospitals don't give that medicine to everybody. Because they need to know that if you start taking that medicine, you will not go even further down your path and possibly end your life. In conclusion, sadness is a complex emotion that can have both negative and positive effects on our lives. It's a normal part of the human experience that can be triggered by a variety of factors, and there are many different types of sadness. At the end of the day, you come better off on top. At the end of the day, you will learn from your experience and become a better person because of it. Thank you for watching the video. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and don't forget to subscribe. Turn on notifications so you won't miss my next upload. I hope by making these kind of videos that people's mindset will change and I will improve people's lives. Whether you agree with what I say or not, the only thing I want to do is make people aware. Once again, thank you and see you in the next one.